First tonight, President Biden facing cameras and reporters, answering questions at a press conference for the first time since the presidential debate, trying to calm fears among Democrats that he won't be able to win as the calls grow for him to drop out of the race.
With what the president had to say tonight, and it was sometimes quite powerful. Here's Eyewitness News reporter Jim Dolan.
President Biden tonight probably cleared the low bar he set for himself after his historically detached debate performance 2 weeks ago. He answered complex questions about domestic and foreign affairs in detail. He lauded his record, but said there is more to do.
I'm not in this for my legacy. I'm in this to complete the job I started.
Which is not to say he convinced many voters he was up to 4 more years in the Oval Office tonight. In response to the very first question he faced, President Biden got the name of his own vice president wrong. Very wrong.
I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president. So let's start there.
Later, he gave his own title to someone else.
I'm following the advice of my commander-in-chief, the chief of staff of the military, as well as the Secretary of Defense and our intelligence people.
And there were many moments in the near hour-long news conference the president seemed to lose confidence in his answer, editing himself and drifting off mid-sentence.
Look, folks, this is well, anyway, it wasn't about just, anyway, read what his objective is. And anyway, Biden's not prepared to sit with us unscripted. Biden's not prepared to, anyway.
Biden said he would take a neurological exam if his doctors thought it was necessary.
I've taken 3 significant and intense neurological exams by a neurologist. In each case, as recently as February. And they say I'm in good shape.
But even as his own campaign starts to conduct polls on whether Vice President Kamala Harris could beat Trump, Biden seems committed to staying in the race.
Tomorrow, if all of a sudden I show up at the convention, everybody says we want somebody else, that's the democratic process. It's not going to happen.
And it may not, but every day now, the chorus of voices encouraging Biden to drop out of the race grows louder. And every time he's in public now, he risks exposing what many see as a declining mental health and agility and focus. And as he pointed out tonight, the campaign for president is just getting started. Jim Dolan, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.